Ultimately, the Model 2 will provide a real-world test of whether highly integrated vehicle construction can deliver the best of both worlds: dramatically lower manufacturing costs combined with manageable ownership expenses. The technology has clear potential, especially when considering the benefits of reduced weight, improved efficiency, simplified production, and potentially greater structural rigidity. But the repairability question remains just as important. Consumers will not judge the car solely by its purchase price or range. They will also look at what happens when something goes wrong. The success of Tesla's strategy may therefore depend not only on how efficiently the Model 2 can be built, but also on how intelligently it can be repaired throughout its lifetime. The choice of aluminum brings another layer of complexity to the repair equation. Aluminum is highly attractive for electric vehicles because it combines low weight with good resistance to corrosion, helping manufacturers improve efficiency without sacrificing structural performance. However, repairing aluminum is considerably different from working with conventional steel. When exposed to excessive heat, major impacts, or inappropriate repair techniques, the material can behave differently from its original state and potentially lose part of its intended strength. Processes such as welding, reshaping, and structural straightening therefore require much greater precision. Even the application of heat has to be carefully controlled, because improper temperatures can alter the properties of the material and compromise the integrity of the component. As a result, repair facilities working with large cast aluminum structures need specialized tools, appropriate procedures, and technicians who understand the particular characteristics of the material. All of these requirements can add to the final cost of repairing the vehicle. The situation becomes even more complicated when replacement parts are considered. Conventional cars generally benefit from a well-established aftermarket ecosystem. Many body and mechanical components are manufactured by multiple companies, which creates competition between suppliers and often makes replacement parts easier to obtain and less expensive. Large structural castings are a different story. Producing these enormous components requires highly specialized casting equipment, massive molds, and sophisticated industrial processes. This means that production is likely to remain concentrated among the vehicle manufacturer and a limited number of approved suppliers. With fewer sources available, replacement prices may remain relatively high, particularly during the early years of the vehicle's life. Availability can also become an issue. If a particular structural component is temporarily out of stock or requires a long production cycle, a damaged vehicle could spend considerably more time waiting for the necessary part. For drivers who depend on their cars every day, repair time can be almost as important as repair costs. A vehicle that remains inside a workshop for weeks represents lost mobility, even if the eventual repair is financially manageable. Delays can become especially frustrating when the damaged component is a large structural casting that cannot simply be sourced from a local parts distributor. The situation could require the part to be ordered directly through Tesla's supply network or an authorized channel, adding transportation and logistical delays to the process. This is an area where the real-world ownership experience will ultimately provide more answers than theoretical projections. Insurance companies are paying close attention to these developments as well. When insurers determine how much a vehicle should cost to insure, they consider a wide range of factors, including accident frequency, repair complexity, replacement part prices, vehicle depreciation, and the average amount of time required to complete repairs. If data eventually shows that certain Model 2 accidents result in unusually expensive structural repairs, insurers could adjust their calculations accordingly. That does not automatically mean the vehicle would have extremely high insurance premiums, but it does mean that pricing could change as more real-world information becomes available. Because a new vehicle architecture does not initially have years of accident and repair statistics behind it, insurers may take a cautious approach before establishing long-term pricing models. There is, however, another perspective that deserves attention. Supporters of large-scale casting argue that focusing exclusively on repair costs ignores some of the potential safety benefits of a more integrated structure. A highly rigid body can potentially manage crash forces more effectively by distributing loads through carefully engineered paths instead of allowing localized deformation to spread unpredictably. If the passenger compartment remains better protected during certain types of collisions, the severity of damage could potentially be reduced in some situations. This does not eliminate the possibility of expensive repairs, but it suggests that the structural design should be evaluated as a complete system rather than judged only by how individual damaged components are replaced. Technology inside the vehicle could also influence this equation. Modern electric cars increasingly rely on advanced driver assistance features designed to prevent accidents before they happen. Automatic emergency braking, sophisticated cameras, radar, or other sensors, and increasingly capable software can help drivers identify potential hazards and react more quickly. If these systems successfully reduce the number of serious collisions, the demand for major structural repairs could also decline. In that scenario, the potential difficulty of repairing a large casting might become less important because such repairs would occur less frequently. The optimistic argument is therefore that improvements in accident prevention could partially offset the challenges created by more integrated vehicle construction. It is also important to recognize that Tesla is not the only automaker exploring this manufacturing philosophy. Large-scale casting has attracted attention throughout the global automotive industry as manufacturers search for ways to reduce production complexity and improve factory efficiency. Several major automakers have investigated or introduced large-cast structural components as part of their strategies for next-generation vehicles, particularly in the electric car sector. The broader industry interest suggests that gigacasting could eventually become more than a distinctive Tesla technology. It could represent a fundamental shift in how vehicles are designed and assembled. If this trend continues, the repair industry will have to evolve alongside it. Independent workshops may need to acquire new diagnostic systems, specialized machinery, and equipment capable of handling large aluminum structures. Technicians will also require additional training to understand how these components should be inspected, repaired, or replaced after an accident. Initially, this transition could make repairs more complicated and expensive. But as more manufacturers adopt similar methods and the number of vehicles using large castings increases, economies of scale could gradually emerge. More technicians could become qualified, more repair facilities could invest in the necessary equipment, and suppliers could develop a larger market for compatible components and services. In the long run, this could create an interesting balance between manufacturing innovation and repair accessibility. What initially appears to be a major disadvantage may become less problematic as the entire automotive ecosystem adapts. The Model 2 could therefore play an important role in accelerating not only the adoption of affordable electric vehicles, but also the development of an entirely new repair infrastructure. The key question is how quickly that ecosystem can mature and whether the cost reductions achieved during manufacturing will ultimately translate into meaningful savings for consumers throughout the vehicle's entire lifetime. The financial advantages of this manufacturing strategy could be one of the biggest reasons Tesla is investing so heavily in it. Traditional vehicle production involves an enormous number of individual operations. Robots must weld structural pieces together, move components between stations, verify measurements, perform quality checks, and position countless parts with extreme precision. Every additional operation requires machinery, electricity, factory space, maintenance, and time. By designing the vehicle around much larger cast components, Tesla can potentially eliminate a significant portion of this complexity. Instead of assembling hundreds of separate structural pieces, the factory can produce major sections in a much more integrated form. Fewer components mean fewer machines and fewer production stages, while also simplifying the movement of materials throughout the factory. When this process is multiplied across hundreds of thousands or millions of vehicles, even relatively small savings per car can become an enormous financial advantage over time. This manufacturing efficiency could be one of the key factors that makes a genuinely affordable Tesla possible. There is another consequence of simplifying the production process that deserves attention: energy consumption. Building a vehicle requires far more than the energy used by the final product. Factories consume electricity to operate robots, furnaces, presses, transportation systems, ventilation, lighting, and countless other pieces of equipment. If the number of manufacturing stages can be reduced, some of that industrial energy demand can potentially be reduced as well. A simpler production line may also require fewer internal movements of components and less auxiliary material throughout the factory. Reducing the number of individual parts can also decrease certain forms of manufacturing waste. From an environmental perspective, therefore, large-scale casting could offer advantages beyond production speed and cost. This is particularly relevant to Tesla's broader strategy. The company's environmental mission has traditionally focused on accelerating the adoption of electric transportation. But the environmental impact of an electric vehicle also depends on how that vehicle is manufactured. A factory that consumes less energy and requires fewer production stages could reduce part of the environmental burden associated with manufacturing. Of course, Gigacasting does not eliminate the environmental challenges associated with mining, refining aluminum, producing batteries, or operating massive industrial facilities. Nevertheless, improving manufacturing efficiency can still be an important step toward reducing the resources required to produce each vehicle. The real environmental benefit will ultimately depend on the complete life cycle of the car and the energy sources used throughout its supply chain. From Tesla's financial perspective, lower manufacturing expenses create another major opportunity. If the company can reduce the cost of producing each Model 2, it gains greater flexibility when deciding how aggressively to price the vehicle. Tesla could potentially lower the retail price while maintaining a reasonable profit margin, or use the savings to respond more aggressively to market competition. This becomes particularly important as manufacturers from China continue to introduce electric vehicles with increasingly competitive prices and specifications. The global EV market is becoming more crowded, and affordability is quickly becoming one of the most important battlegrounds. A highly efficient manufacturing system could give Tesla the ability to compete without relying exclusively on expensive premium vehicles. The timing could therefore be extremely important. Consumers are increasingly interested in electric cars, but price remains one of the biggest barriers preventing many people from making the switch. A vehicle designed from the beginning around simplified production, efficient materials, and high-volume manufacturing could potentially address that problem. If Tesla succeeds in producing the Model 2 at massive scale, the company could reach customers who were previously priced out of the Tesla lineup. However, producing large numbers of vehicles is only one part of the challenge. The true test will begin when these cars accumulate hundreds of thousands of kilometers on real roads and encounter everything from everyday wear to serious accidents. That is why the Gigacasting debate cannot be reduced to a simple question of whether the technology is good or bad. It represents a fundamental change in automotive engineering, combining automation, material efficiency, structural integration, and cost optimization in ways that traditional manufacturing has rarely attempted at this scale. Such a transformation inevitably affects more than the factory itself. Repair centers need to adapt to new structural designs. Insurers must understand the financial consequences of different types of damage. And vehicle owners need to consider long-term maintenance and repair costs when evaluating the true value of the car. For the Model 2, this distinction could be particularly important. A low purchase price would certainly attract attention, but consumers ultimately care about the total cost of ownership. Insurance, maintenance, replacement parts, accident repairs, energy consumption, and depreciation all contribute to the amount a driver spends over the lifetime of a vehicle. If Tesla manages to keep these expenses under control while simultaneously lowering the initial price, the Model 2 could become an extremely compelling proposition. But if certain repairs prove unexpectedly expensive, some of the savings achieved during manufacturing could eventually be transferred to owners in the form of higher repair bills or insurance premiums. There is also an important historical lesson to consider. The automotive industry has repeatedly experienced periods in which new technologies were initially viewed with skepticism. When anti-lock braking systems became widespread, many people questioned their reliability and worried about the complexity of repairing them. Airbags faced similar concerns when they first became common. Hybrid powertrains introduced an entirely different set of components and maintenance questions. While early electric vehicles raised doubts about battery life, charging infrastructure, and long-term durability, many of these technologies eventually became normal parts of modern transportation after manufacturers gained experience and engineers refined their designs. Gigacasting could follow a similar evolutionary path. The technology is still relatively new compared with the decades of experience accumulated around conventional vehicle structures. That means some of today's concerns may be addressed through better engineering, improved repair techniques, expanded parts availability, and greater technician expertise. As more vehicles using large structural castings reach the road, the industry will collect more information about how these components behave in real accidents and how efficiently they can be repaired. Experience can also change the economics. As repair shops become familiar with aluminum castings, specialized equipment becomes more widespread and technicians receive better training. Repair procedures may become faster and more standardized. Parts suppliers could also adapt as demand grows, potentially creating new solutions that are difficult to predict today. In other words, the current challenges should not necessarily be viewed as permanent disadvantages. Automotive technology rarely remains static, and the repair ecosystem tends to evolve alongside new vehicle architectures. The biggest question is therefore not whether gigacasting introduces challenges. It clearly does. The more important question is whether the advantages generated during manufacturing will ultimately outweigh those challenges throughout the vehicle's entire lifetime. Tesla is essentially betting that greater simplicity inside the factory can translate into lower prices, higher production volumes, and greater efficiency for consumers. If that equation works, the Model 2 could become much more than an inexpensive Tesla. It could demonstrate that a radically different approach to vehicle manufacturing is capable of changing the economics of electric transportation on a global scale.